Yo, what's up, gentlemen? So, in this video, I'm going to give you the key to masculine ambition and focus. Okay? This is one of the pillars of masculinity that is the most important, and it comes from your life vision. Okay? This is most men right now. You know, getting drunk, having fun at a party, living in a shitty apartment. And depending on where you're at in life when you join this program, you might be here, you might be somewhere along the path, but I guarantee that you are not here. I guarantee you're not here with everything. You don't have a high quality woman like this. You don't have this one exact girl. You don't have this body. Maybe you don't have this apartment. Maybe you have none of it. Maybe you have some of it. Doesn't matter. But what will get you here is focus. And so what I'm going to talk about today is that we need to reframe what we think is cool. Okay? We got to grow up. And if you're older than me, which you might be, then this might seem a little weird. And it's something that I've realized very recently in the last 6 months, because I come from the dating advice community where it's like pick up and like, oh yeah, go out and like bang degenerates and like just have a bunch of sex, whatever. And I started realizing that that's just like men looking to fill a void in their life. And it's time to grow up and reframe what you think is cool. So what I used to think was cool was this, like waking up with a hangover. Oh, bro, I'm so hungover last night. Like, I got some girl on my bed next to me. Like, like, we're all, like, sweaty and shit 'cause we had, like, sex for, like, 3 hours last night 'cause I couldn't come. It took me 3 hours to come 'cause I was, like, fucking hammered. I got, like, 3 hours of sleep. It's just not a way to live. And what I think is cool now is I wake up 7:30. Or, actually, well, this is what I used to think was cool. Now it's more like 5:30, 6. I wake up 5:30 or 6, and I go to the gym. Or I go for a walk. I do my meditation. I have my list today of everything I need to get done. And so I started with gratitude journaling. I meditated. I did my stretching routine. I went for a walk and I filmed some videos. And now I'm filming training. And after this, I'm going to deep journal. Okay. Then I'm going to eat my breakfast. And so this is what my day looks like. And I think that's very cool. I think that is cooler than waking up to some really sexy, hot girl that was drunk the night before. I think that's way cooler. And so this is what I think is cool now. I wake up at 7:30. In 10 years, I want to wake up at 5 a.m. Next to my beautiful wife and hit a workout. And then I want to go out to my boat and like go on the sea and like go on a trip, like do cool shit that's like very high value and like sustainable because I've put in the work. Like, this is what I think is cool now, and this is what, honestly, you should think is cool. This is how you're going to reframe to stay strong when women tempt you with, like, all this intimacy and sexualization, okay? Because as men, when we're going to have focus, if we need to have focus as men, like, we're building this focus in ourselves so that we can stay focused when women tempt us, because we have to be so focused internally that we can say no to sex with a very sexy woman. Okay? Doesn't matter how high quality she is, doesn't matter how perfect she is, we have to say no. We have to be able to say no if it doesn't align with our vision, okay? So, we need to reframe what we think is cool. We want an actual extraordinary life. And if we want something extraordinary, we have to do something extraordinary. We have to act extraordinarily every single day, 24/7. It's not just sometimes. It's like as consistently as possible. You need to wake up and commit to do the work. In the Powerful Body module, I say that like you're committing to work out for 10 years. You're committing to, in the habits module, I talk about you're committing to these habits for 10 years. You're committing to going on walks every day for 30 minutes. Fuck what you think, I don't have time to go for a walk for 30 minutes. Yes, you do. Take your headphones out and go for a fucking walk. Check your screen time. I guarantee you have fucking time, bro. I guarantee you have fucking time. Okay? I listed out yesterday, and I know this personally because I've struggled with I don't have time, right? And I listed out like 15 things that I wanted to get done yesterday. I got all of them done, and I worked from 6 a.m. till like 9, and I was happy the entire time. I was happy the whole time. Okay? So we do need to have fun, and we need to be joyous, and we need to be relaxed, and we need to be these like positive beacons of emotions, okay, for these women. But we will not sacrifice our vision of excellence. Discipline is absolutely everything. And here's the thing. I'm going to highlight this. Discipline is everything. But guess what? Discipline, fucking bold this shit, underline it. Discipline is everything, but guess what builds self-worth, self-efficacy, the ability to feel good about yourself? Guess what builds that? It's discipline. It's fucking discipline. Okay? When you're training your discipline, and I'll talk, because I don't talk about it in these slides. I'm going to just make a new slide and talk about how to train discipline, okay? Because it's very important to train. Why is this not doing it? There we go. So, how to train discipline. All right? This is how you do it. And I want you to fucking pause the video, rewind this, like make sure you actually take notes on this, okay? This is how you train discipline. When you feel like not doing something, when you feel like giving in to instant gratification, you don't give in. You do the hard work anyway. You practice doing things you don't want to do. And I will show you, like, I'll give you an example from my life, okay? So an example from my life is that I just never thought I was a focused person. I always thought I needed to be really excited about something. I needed to be really, like, great at something. I never thought I was disciplined, okay? And lately, I realized that you can just train discipline. It's like a muscle. And you need to progressively overload discipline. So like same way in the gym, you need to add weight every week, even if it's 2.5 pounds. You need to add weight or add reps every single week to get stronger. You need to do the same thing with your discipline. So a few days ago, I was like, I've never wanted to meditate. I don't want to meditate. I saw a few videos and they were like, yeah, meditate, meditate, meditate. Everyone's told me to meditate. And I was like, I don't want to. But then I was like, you know what? I do want to train my discipline. So I don't want to meditate, but I want to train my discipline, so I'm going to meditate now. I'm just going to start meditating. I don't want to. But because I don't want to, and I want to train my discipline because I know it's important for me, it's good for me, and it's a goal of mine right now, now I tricked myself into wanting to meditate. Okay? And so discipline brings fulfillment. And discipline is a skill you need to practice every single day. So what is something, like literally pause the video right now and write down what is something that you have always wanted to do. What is something you've always wanted to do that you can go out and do? Well, you've always known it's good for you. What's something that you know? Edit here. What is something that, pause the video right now. What is something that you've always known is good for you, but you've never wanted to do it? You've never been able to actually do it. And go do that thing. Do it for 5 minutes. Participate in that delayed gratification activity for 5 minutes because you don't want to do it. And that's your reason. Okay? That's your why. You're approaching that woman that you can't seem to approach because you don't want to. Because you're building discipline. Because you're doing something that's good for you. And that's going to build up a lot of self-worth. It's going to help your mental health. Here's what dating gurus forget, okay? And I learned from all these guys. I was really into RSD back in the day. Here's what they don't understand. It's that when they are working, they feel like they're being degenerates. They feel like they're being losers because they're going out to the club, banging chicks, whatever. They are actually part of like a multi-million-dollar company, okay? They are pushing themselves to be more ambitious. They have ambition. And obviously, a lot of them fell off. You know why? Because they don't have the long-term discipline. They don't have that ability to delay gratification. And I had the temptation to go down this route of RSD, and I don't want to do that because that's not how you build a long-running movement. That's not how you build a giant movement. You build a short-term movement for quick cash so that you can sell your little courses. And obviously, I have to make money, so I sell my program. But like I'm trying to build an actual long-term investment, like a long-term movement that men buy into, that they want to be a part of. And you don't get that from going to the club every weekend. You just don't. And that's not advice that a lot of dating coaches will give you. I'm going to actually tell you that in week 1, you need to go out 2 nights this week. But in the long run, in 5 years, in 1 year, even in 8 weeks, I don't want you going out and doing dumb shit. I want you to go out only like once a month, like when you're going with your like circle of brothers to like challenge each other. I want you to replace going out eventually with something that's delayed gratification, because once you start getting good with women, going out at night is going to be instant gratification for you, because that's what it became for me. Because at first it was delayed gratification because it was hard. It was challenging. But then guess what? I got pretty good at it. I started taking home girls every single night. There was a new girl every single night I'd go out. I'd find a girl, hey, come on, let's go back. Right? And it was fucking easy. And then it became instant gratification. I was just chasing sex. It wasn't delayed gratification anymore. And you have to keep yourself honest with that, okay? So don't listen to like the dating gurus telling you, oh, bro, you got to go out and like chase pussy, whatever. Like discipline is actually what got them the results. Being a part of a company, being a part of a bigger movement is what got them results. And the reason that now a lot of these guys have fallen off is because they don't have fucking discipline. They never trained it because they were just chasing the hedonistic like hamster wheel, right? So, like I was saying earlier, discipline is learned. And you have to build it with your vision, okay? This is my personal vision. I want to have a $100 million net worth in 10 years, okay? It's going to be really hard, but I want to. I want to have a company that serves millions of men, whether that's on YouTube or through my coaching or through courses or through free stuff. Like I want millions of men to be served by this. I want to have my ideal physique. I want to be like 12% body fat and feel powerful like a Greek god, okay? I want to run live events. I want to have events with hundreds or thousands of men at them that have come to learn how to be more masculine, okay? I want divorce rate to go down because of me, because of my vision, because of my company, okay? Your mindset map is critical for this. You need to be doing your mindset map. If it's not called the mindset map anymore, because it might not be, you know, like we're constantly retooling the program. If it's not called the mindset map anymore, whatever mindset work you do in the morning, whether that's journaling or just gratitude journaling, whatever, that is key. Anything to get you to focus on good shit. Like your mental health is so important, right? Your mental health is literally the ability, your mind state, your mindset, the ability to put yourself in a good place mentally is so critical. And it's so critical because you need to have the ability to like pull yourself out of bullshit and like focus. How are you actually going to focus or have discipline when you are just thinking about the next hit of dopamine? When you're just thinking about, I'm so sad, I feel like shit about myself, I'm such a loser, I don't deserve to have this body. I've felt that way before. I felt that way when I was struggling with binge eating addictions, right? I was like, I don't deserve to have a good body. I'm a fucking loser. I'm a liar. I'm a cheat. I'm a fucking piece of shit, right? I've had that self-talk and I know what that's like, and your mental health is so important. You need to focus on the right things. I've been so much less on my phone, so much less into social media, and I'm so much happier for it, okay? Next thing I want to talk about is that the work is 24/7. You need to be working on the man you are 24/7. Even if you're not working on dating, everything is work on you, okay? And as much as you can, turn everything into a disciplinary activity. Turn everything into a long-term delayed gratification activity. And you don't need to do this all the time. I don't want you to expect like I need to start I don't want you to go, oh, Timothy, like you're telling me to fucking meditate every single day and journal every single day and have, you know, completely never use headphones, never watch anything for fun, never do anything fun. That's not what I'm telling you, bro. It's not what I'm fucking telling you. I'm telling you over the next 10 years, over the next decade, I want you to have fucking consistency. I want you to do something that's like meaningful for yourself consistently. I want you to set up as much as you can. Today, I want you to take today, and today's purpose is to set yourself up in 10 years the best you possibly can, okay? And that is going to look drastically different, even if that's just the goal. Just set yourself up in 10 years to be the best you possibly can. That goal is going to look so much fucking different than I just want to get through the day. You need to stop getting through the fucking day, because guess what? Getting through the day is what turns women off. It's what drives them up between the legs, right? It's what, like, no girl, no woman, no high quality woman that you want to be the mother of your children, no woman like that actually wants to date a man that is just getting by, that's just getting through the day. And if that's you right now, that's totally fine. But you need to start setting yourself up for the future. Start setting yourself up for 10 years from now. And you'll start to notice women will really pick up on that. They'll be more receptive. Okay? Discipline is so important because when you build up discipline inside yourself, you're able to tell her no. You will start looking better physically. You'll start getting better emotional reactions from the women. You'll start getting more receptivity because you look better, because you look strong, because they think they'd feel safe in your arms, right? And I want to go back to like being able to tell her no. This is so important. If you're able to tell her no, it's going to turn her on and make her wet. And that's literally just the truth. Like, if you can tell a woman no, they'll be like, what the fuck? No man tells me no. What? That's crazy. Oh my God. What am I going to do? Right? You need to be able to tell her no, bro. And you need to feel stronger emotionally. Like, when you are disciplined and you practice every single day doing things you don't want to do, what do you think it's going to do for you when you're getting shit tested by a woman? When you're at the bar and you're talking to a woman, she's like, you're kind of cocky. Are you going to be like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm actually a really nice guy. I'm so humble. I'm such a good guy. Or you're going to be like, yeah, you fucking love that shit, don't you? You fucking love it. You're going to say that shit with confidence, bravado, and fucking gusto, right? You're going to say that with absolute certainty, full conviction. Hey, what's up, girl? I thought you looked good, right? I don't talk like that. But I've been so on top of my shit that I would do that now. If I saw a girl that looked good, because, I go out and get audio for you guys sometimes. Like, if I went out and saw a girl that looked good, I would just fucking go all in. I'd just be like, hey, what's up? I thought you looked good. I'm a man on my fucking mission. All these losers at the club, all these dorks that are too afraid to approach around her, like, what is she going to say to me? Because I'm building up discipline in myself. Okay, and I want you to have that same mindset. And you can if you just start building up discipline, start practicing that. Because you got to remember, it's a skill. Over 10 years, how are you going to do? Like, what's your life look like in 10 years? Okay? I know you want the instant gratification right now, especially if you're on social media. You found me through YouTube or you found me through Facebook, whatever. Like, I know you want this instant gratification. Like, oh, man, but please. Oh, but I just want to get the girl now. I understand that, man. But men are built. They're not born. Okay? You'll start to feel more capable of everything. You'll make more money and you'll be a real man. Women want a real man, not a little boy. A lot of men right now, especially men that join my program, they would never say it like this because this sounds very feminine and soft. But this is the harsh reality. A lot of men want a mother. And you need to get past this idea of needing a mother. Okay, you don't need a mother anymore. You should love your mother. You should be very appreciative and grateful of your mother. You should start to view your mother as more of a human being rather than a servant for you. But and if your mom's not here, I'm sorry for that. If you never had one and you're just looking for that, but you don't need a mom. You don't need a mom. You need yourself. You need to be your own dad. You need to have that daddy energy. Be your own father. Okay? So we're going to start laying the groundwork. All right? You need to understand that trajectory is everything. When I say that in 10 years I want you to be XYZ, you need to really believe in 10 years I am going to be that. And I'm going to put in the actions every single day. I'm going to journal on what actions do I need to take every single day to actually get there. Okay? Start setting goals. Set the 10-year goal. Okay? Start putting in the work. All right? Set that 10-year goal. Start putting in the work every day as much as you can. So what does that look like? Maybe it looks like going to the gym 3 times a week and cutting out fast food. Maybe it looks like cutting out fast food 3 days this week. Maybe it looks like cutting out fast food 3 days this month. Everyone's different, right? Maybe it's going to the gym 3 times this month. And the next month maybe you do 5. And then maybe you do 0 the next month, but then you do 6 the next month. That's what actual progress looks like in the long run. That's what consistency looks like over decades. Okay? Consistent decades. That's what you need. All right? Maybe if you want to build up your magnetic charisma, you go through week 1 of the challenge. You start approaching. Maybe the first day you don't even make the 5 approaches. Maybe you're too scared. But maybe you make 1 the next day. And then you make none the next day because you're so scared. And then you make 5 because you're feeling fucking good. You've been indulging in like actual delayed gratification. I'm going to start calling it indulging in delayed gratification because it feels so good for your soul. It feels like you're feeding your fucking soul, man. I'm not even really a religious guy, but I feel spiritual. I feel spiritual when I'm disciplined. Maybe in your financial certainty, like you want a condo. That's something one of the guys in the program that I've had in the past told me he wants. He wants to buy a condo. Maybe you want that. So drive Uber 3 days a week. Make extra money. Set financial goals. For your masculine ambition, which is what this is, go to bed early tonight. Go to bed and like really see what happens if I wake up and I just start doing things every day and I just don't look at my phone. Like, and going back to discipline, I know what it's like to not want to put your phone down. I know what it's like to be like, but my phone does this and that for me. Listen, bro, I have a business on social media and I don't touch my phone for the first like 2 or 3 hours of the day. And that's how it's been for the last few days. Like, I'm not going to lie and say I've been doing it for like weeks, but I feel like a fucking god. Like, I feel so good. I feel so much better because I'm not on social media. And my screen time has consistently, week over week, been down for the last like few months, and I feel very good. I feel great. So, like, put the phone down, man. Put the fucking phone down. If your anxiety is telling you, what if someone gets in a car wreck? Dude, if they get in a car wreck and they need you to save them, like, nothing's gonna save them. You know? Like, that's not realistic. It's not real. You know, you need to, like, put your phone down and live in the real world. Okay? That's how you, like, start building your discipline. Okay? And remember, doing things you don't want to do makes you better, makes you happier, feeds your soul. And I want you to know that, like, this isn't a quick fix, okay? This is meant to be hard. This is meant to be very hard. And it's very easy to get women to fall in your lap, to get women to be very attracted to you. Women will be attracted to you. But you have to have these traits. You have to have these pillars of masculinity. You can follow these step-by-step frameworks. This is how you text a girl. This is how you approach a girl. This is how you talk. This is the entire structure. This is the entire framework. I'm going to have amazing stuff because I came from pickup. I know the communication side perfectly. But guess what? It doesn't work if you don't have this shit nailed down. Okay? And it does you no favors to practice all these frameworks and get mediocre results with mediocre women because it's not going to motivate you to be better as a man. Okay? It will be easy to get women. It will be. Because I've seen it. I've been there. I've been the guy that doesn't know how to even approach a girl and he's terrified. I've been a guy that follows a girl around like a puppy dog, just trying to get any sort of affection. But I've also been the guy, especially in the last 2 years, that I go to the bar and I'm coming home with a hot woman. I just am. I'm coming home with a hot girl. I know I am. You know? And it's not like a cocky, braggy thing. It's literally, I just know, man. And that's because I'm working on my vision. I have my pillars of masculinity locked in. And when I don't have those pillars of masculinity, I'm fucked. I'm absolutely fucked. Okay? I don't feel good enough. I feel like a loser. It doesn't matter how much sex I've had before. I don't feel good. Okay? Women will behave in a very feminine, flowy way. If you've never seen a woman completely open up into her feminine side and be super submissive and just submit to you fully and beg you to dominate her, then you have not been the right guy. And I'm showing you in these modules how to be the right guy. I want this to be incredibly inspiring for you. Okay? Short-term failure is inevitable. You will fail short-term. If you try to stop jerking off, you'll fucking relapse on that shit 5 times in the next 2 weeks. Okay? And that's fine, because all you have to do is consistently build your discipline. Every time that you say, no, I'm not going to jerk off right now, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing, I'm not going to jerk off right now, you are building discipline because you're doing something you don't want to do. You're shutting down that instant gratification part of your brain that's constantly chasing dopamine. Okay? Short-term failure is inevitable, but you can only win in the long term in terms of decades by actually doing the work consistently and doing it consistently over decades. Not this week. Fuck consistency this week. Fuck consistency this month or even this year. Even throughout this program, fuck consistency. Do as much as you can. Okay? Do as much as you fucking can and be a winner. Okay? Surround yourself with winners. It's totally okay to have failure. And I have a few things here on failure and how to handle it. Every day is literally new. Every day is completely new. And that doesn't mean you can give up on today because tomorrow will be a new day. It means you have today. To actually build up self-love and, like, you know, healthy mental health, you know what you need to do? You need to set yourself up for the future better. You need to set yourself up tomorrow to, like, have an easier time. If you're not setting yourself up tomorrow to have a better life, of course you're going to hate yourself because you are the one that's closest to yourself and you're fucking yourself over every single day when you eat Cheetos. Because you're saying, I want this now. This is more important now. The feeling of eating Cheetos, the taste, the good taste of eating Cheetos is more important than me 5 years from now. How do you think you 5 years from now is going to feel about yourself? Of course you're going to feel bad. So the only thing you can do is start changing now. You need to start setting standards, okay? Start setting some very basic standards. And these can be different for you. You don't have to use these standards, but like wake up at the same time every single day. Like just set an alarm and do it. You know, if you don't want to do it, fine. That's a good time to build up discipline. You can practice discipline that way. Everything I say, everything I suggest to you, if you don't want to do it, if your brain goes, I don't want to do that, it's a chance to build discipline. Don't be a whiny little emotional feminine bitch, okay? I'm not filtered in these videos. Like, you need to be a fucking man, bro. You need to wake the fuck up. All right? It gets me so fired up. You gotta put in fucking work every day, okay? As much as you can. Because if you put in, I talk about this in the habits module, if you put in 30% of the work every day, that's 10 times, that's so much better. It's not actually 10 times, but it's better than putting in the work 100% of the time, or putting in 100% of the work 20% of the days, or 10% of the days. It's just better. Do everything you can every day. If you have a week where you put in, 20% of the work on Monday, 50% of the work on Tuesday, 100% of the work on Wednesday, and then you taper back off and you end the week putting, Friday, you put in 10% of the work. That's better than Monday and Friday or Monday and Tuesday putting in 100% of the work and then just relapsing and doing all this stupid bullshit, right? Be consistent over decades. Do what you can. Every failure is totally fine. Only if you bounce back, right? You need to bounce back like a fucking man. You need to take failure and just bounce back from it. Every time you fail is actually a good thing because you get a chance to bounce back. Every time you engage in bullshit bad behaviors, you have a chance to bounce back. You have a chance to build toughness. You have a chance to build fortitude. Okay? So here's a bonus. Here's some tips for bouncing back. If you had a bad day with no progress, here's some things you can do. Go to bed early. Just end the day. Okay? If it's a bad day, just end it. End it at like 9. Okay? End it at 9 p.m. Just go to bed. Hey, I'm going to bed. That's it. Right? Start doing something that helps you. So like say it's 3 p.m., you've been lazy, you've been fucking around, and you're like, fuck, and you're getting that anxiety that comes from like not doing anything productive. Just literally go for a walk without headphones. Do something that's like a little uncomfortable that you don't really want to do, but it's still doable, right? Just turn your phone off and sit there in boredom. Like if you're catching yourself and you're getting anxiety because you're scrolling your phone, you're not making progress that day, like just put your phone down. Just put your phone down and you can still lay there. You don't have to get up. But just do something that is actually going to help you, like putting your phone down, right? Make the most of every single apparently. Make the most of every single day, okay? This mentality of like one more rep. What else can I do right now to make me better in the future? What else can I do right now to make my life in 5-10 years better? Okay, just what's one more thing? If you run out of stuff to do, okay, what's one more thing I can do? Well, I can journal on like maybe what I want for my vision. Because chances are like you have an inordinate amount of things that you need to do. Even if you're only working on, maybe you join this program because you want to work on literally like 2 of the pillars, your communication and maybe your finances, or your communication and, your focus, right? Or your communication and like your ability to like build a powerful body, whatever that is. Like maybe you join for that, but like there's a million things you could do within those pillars. Within each pillar, there's a ton of shit you can do to actually make yourself better. Okay. So I want to talk about this. Like a man with ambition is tough. And this is how I'm going to wrap it up. Right? Got like 2 more slides. A man with ambition is incredibly tough. Every challenge and every failure and every emotional low is a chance to get tougher. Every time you're laying in bed and you feel like eating Doritos, every time you're laying in bed and your emotions are high and you're fucking, you're freaking out and you're feeling all emotional and feminine and shit, which like I still struggle with to this day. I still have feminine emotions come up. Like this is not something that you ever stop. The work is 24/7 forever. Okay. And the sooner you can accept that and look at that as like an empowering thing, the better. So like every emotional low, every time your emotions come up, it's a chance to get tougher. If you view life this way, you cannot lose. High quality women want a grounded man and will not settle for less. They will not, and I will say it louder. They will not settle for less. If you have a woman that settles for who you are right now, and you're in this program and you're literally paying thousands of dollars to learn how to talk to women and learn how to attract them and keep them around for a long time, be a man that women are attracted to forever. If you are here doing that, then, and women are settling for you, those are not women you want. Like, I'm going to be an actual, like a mentor here to you, like someone that's been there before. Those are not women you want. You don't want those women. Those women will keep you stuck and lonely, and they will leave or cheat on you. Those are women of low standards. Because the fact is, 90% of men are shitty. 90% of men are low quality men. I would say even maybe 95. Okay? And the saddest part is 95% of men are low quality men with the potential to be high quality men. There are plenty of seats at the mythological 1% that everyone talks about. There are plenty of seats up there. But you need to push every single day to actually work for it. Women should not settle for less. Women should not. Those are low quality women that are settling for less. And you are here to become unshakable emotionally, so you can be the untamable beast she can't stop thinking about. Okay? This is what you're becoming. You're becoming untamable. The untamable beast has discipline. Like, if you're trying to train a dog and the dog is stubborn, that's what you need to be. You need to be stubborn, but with growth in mind. You need to be stubborn about your growth. You need to be absolutely untamable at all times, because that is what women are biologically hardwired to want. Okay? Now let's talk about the other side of ambition really quick. I've been super serious in this video, but you need to stop being a dick. Okay? Don't let this turn you into a fucking asshole. All right? Men that are so alpha that they can't even make a joke and they can't love living life. This is why gratitude journaling has helped me so much, because I've turned less into a dick. Like, guys that can't take a joke, can't make one, can't just enjoy life, can't admit that life is awesome. They're just protecting this soft little buttery emotions with a hard shell. Okay? You're just putting a Band-Aid on it. All right? So when I notice that I don't say that masculinity and feeling strong and focused and disciplined is not having emotions. It's just not letting the emotions affect your actions. Okay? And this is different for everyone, but you need to figure out how to have fun. And you need to not apologize for how you like to have fun, as long as it doesn't hurt other people. Right? People want positivity. So learn to be positive. You can do this through gratitude journaling. Gratitude journaling is incredibly powerful. You can do this through deep journaling, where you deep journal about the kind of fun, joyous man you want to actually be. So here's a tip. This new lifestyle and ambition will help you do that. Okay? It will help you love life. It will help you not have to put on this hard outer shell. If you notice all these fake alpha guys on the internet, or they call themselves real alpha because they're really hard and they're super badass and they can't take a joke and they get super butthurt whenever someone calls them a beta or whatever the fuck, right? All this weird emotional drama. You see these guys with this hard shell on the internet, they don't have this lifestyle. They don't have a greater purpose. Okay? If you had a greater purpose, if you journaled about things you're grateful for, if you were full of gratitude every single day, and you were pushing yourself to be better than you are today, and you realize that you are a student for life, and you killed your ego, you would just be a positive person. You would just be positive. If you had ambition, if you had clear goals that are 10 years out, and you weren't worried about what people thought about you today and making sure people think you're alpha today, you would be truly an alpha male, right? You would be truly a strong, disciplined winner. Okay? So, let's start the work. You got this. I put these girls on here because these are hot girls. You can get girls like this. Girls that are like the nice, good girl. Right? Let's fucking do this. You can do this. And don't rely on short-term motivation. Don't rely on these girls. I know I put them here, but don't rely on this short-term motivation to just actually do the work that you don't want to. Start doing things you don't want to, and women like this will fall in your lap, and I'm not even kidding. If I went up to a woman and I said, hey, would you want to fuck a man that has done the hard work every day to make more money, build a powerful body, learn how to communicate and influence people, and actually have that massive focus on his drive and his mission and his vision of excellence? All of them would say yes. All of them would fuck that guy. All of them would date that guy. Okay? Because they're high quality women and they don't settle for less. See you in the next one.